At the BBC's annual Reef Lectures, physicist Stephen Hawking said advances in science and technology could lead to the end of the world. Although the chance of a disaster to planet Earth in a given year may be quite low, it adds up over time, and becomes a near certainty in the next 1,000 or 10,000 years, he told the BBC. By that time we should have spread out into space, and to other stars, so a disaster on Earth would not mean the end of the human race, Hawking says. Here are his predictions for the nightmarish scenarios that could end the world, or at least humanity's participation in it. Hawking calls for greater empathy. Otherwise, human aggression, combined with technological advances in nuclear weaponry, may lead to our demise. The human failing I would most like to correct is aggression, Hawking told The Independent last year. It may have had survival advantage in caveman days, to get more food, territory, or partner with whom to reproduce, but now it threatens to destroy us all. Climate change continues to escalate, with no end in sight. We don't know where global warming will stop, Hawking told Storyline. But the worst-case scenario is that Earth will become like its sister planet Venus, with a temperature of 250 Celsius and raining sulfuric acid. The human race could not survive in those conditions. Hawking warns that genetically engineered viruses could wipe out entire populations. Genes operate in ways that are not fully understood. Modifying one part of DNA doesn't always have the intended result. Instead, it can create other unintended consequences, like the development of uncontrollable viruses. It could be only a matter of time before antibiotic-resistant viruses that we never imagined could exist actually develop, Hawking says. Hawking recently signed an open letter warning that artificial intelligence weapons could create a global arms race in the future. Artificial intelligence technology has reached a point where the deployment of such systems is practically, if not legally, feasible within years, not decades, and the stakes are high. Autonomous weapons have been described as the third revolution in warfare, after gunpowder and nuclear arms, the letter reads. Since humanity will only continue to progress, it's important that we stay aware of the dangers of our advancements in science and technology, Hawking says. By the time there's a major global disaster on Earth, we may already be safe in space. But we should still try to do everything we can to avoid these threats, since we probably won't establish self-sustaining colonies for another 100 years. We are not going to stop making progress, or reverse it, so we have to recognize the dangers and control them, Hawking said. I'm an optimist, and I believe we can.